Welcome to Mental Models Daily, where we explore one mental model each day to help you elevate your daily decision-making. Today, we're branching out into a powerful tool for mapping choices and their potential outcomes: the decision tree. A decision tree is a graphical representation of possible solutions to a decision based on certain conditions. It's a tree-like model of decisions and their possible consequences, including chance event outcomes, resource costs, and utility. The concept has its roots in decision analysis, which emerged as a formal discipline in the 1960s. Howard Rafer and Ronald Howard, pioneers in the field, developed many of the decision tree techniques still used today. However, the idea of using tree-like structures to represent decisions dates back even further, with early examples appearing in the work of Ramon Lull in the 13th century. It's like having a roadmap for your choices, where each branch represents a possible path forward. Let's look at an example to better understand this concept. Imagine you're deciding whether to bring an umbrella when you go out. The first branch of your decision tree would be bring umbrella or don't bring umbrella. From each of these branches, you might have further branches representing possible weather conditions, rain or no rain. Each path through the tree represents a possible scenario with its associated outcome. For instance, if you choose bring umbrella and it rains, the outcome might be stay dry, while choosing don't bring umbrella when it rains leads to get wet. It's like playing a game of what if, with every possible outcome laid out before you. In the business world, decision trees are widely used for strategic planning, risk assessment, and resource allocation. They're particularly valuable in fields like investment analysis, where they can help visualize the potential returns and risks of different investment strategies. Many data scientists and machine learning engineers also use decision trees as a predictive modeling approach. It's like having a crystal ball that shows not just one future, but all possible futures based on your choices. So, how can we apply the concept of decision trees in our daily lives? Firstly, we can use decision trees to break down complex decisions into smaller, more manageable choices. When faced with a big decision, try sketching out a simple decision tree. Start with your main choice, then branch out into possible outcomes and further choices. This visual representation can help clarify your thinking and ensure you're considering all possible scenarios. It's like creating a map of your decision landscape. Secondly, decision trees can help us quantify the value of different outcomes. By assigning probabilities to different branches and values to different outcomes, we can calculate the expected value of each initial decision. This can be particularly useful for financial decisions or any situation where outcomes can be quantified. It's like having a personal risk calculator for life's big choices. Lastly, we can use the decision tree model to improve our decision-making process over time. By documenting our decisions and their outcomes in a tree-like structure, we can look back and analyze patterns in our decision-making. This can help us identify where we tend to make good decisions and where we might need to improve. It's like creating a learning algorithm for your own decision-making skills. In conclusion, the decision tree model provides a powerful framework for mapping out choices, considering possibilities, and making more informed decisions. By visualizing our options and their potential consequences, we can navigate complex choices with greater clarity and confidence. In a world full of tough decisions, the decision tree is like a trusty compass, helping us chart the best course through uncertain waters. Thank you for joining me today on Mental Models Daily. Until next time, may your decisions be well-informed, your outcomes favourable, and your decision trees ever branching towards success. For more mental models, please visit mentalmodelsdaily.com or find us on X or Instagram. Our podcast music was provided by the podcasthost.com and Alitu, the podcast maker. Find your own free podcast music over at thepodcasthost.com/free music.